We're supposed to have major winds. Sydney and I are running down to take care of the animals, make sure they're buttoned up, and we gotta hustle back because we've got a big storm coming. Big red blob on its way. Sydney and I just ran back from the barn, took care of the animals. That escalated very quickly. I'm out of breath. It's super dark. Hear the thunder. Where's Tim? Gotta go join him.
We're finally almost getting some rain, right?
Yeah, we're getting a big summer storm, which
Yeah.
is always really cool.
Almost here. You know, the cool things about living out in the country, you can't hear the storm siren, so you never know when to go inside.
No, I think you do.
You just wait until you get scared enough and go, well, all right, I'm spooked enough.
Well, the good thing we have a storm shelter now.
Yep. Oh, a big one.
Oh my god, see? I was waiting for that!
That was so loud.
Oh, God. That scared Odie too.
Oh, that was close.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
He's like, let me down, I'm out of here. I just let him go inside.
Yeah, come on. Come on, go inside. Come on.
Man, that was close. Oh, I can hear the hail again.
Yep.
Well, this will definitely fill up our tanks. Oh, don't break my trees. Come on.
Did you get the tree on video?
That one?
This one, he's already full.
Oh,
This one, you can't see. Just lost that tree.
Oh no. Oh no. That was the pretty tree.
I know.
Man.
I didn't hear that snap.
Well, this will really settle in the lateral field. We're getting soaked. As far as the water that's dumping in around the tanks there. You always hear about them popping out of the ground when they're not full. Hopefully that won't happen. I can't do anything about it now. Oh, I don't think the canopy made it this time. It's a little squished. I could probably fix it. I just dumped the gray water and black water into the tank. Unfortunately, it's only the first tank. Yeah, they're still both there. Unfortunately, only the first tank is getting filled up right now. We put probably not enough. Maybe 100 gallons, 200 gallons or so in the second tank with just the hose. Definitely need a lot more dirt, which I knew, but glad we got this rain. I bet you the rain barrels are overflowing. Betcha. Oh yeah. $5,000 gallons. Didn't take long with a roof this big. This is a big rain though too. Even just a decent sized rain fills them up pretty fast. It blew all my pipe everywhere. Had a nice pile of my scraps. Oh.
working on getting the air conditioner going so we can have AC. Tim's putting the condensation line in. This sink, utility sink, will go over into the utility closet right where the ladder is. Valerie's been working on painting those walls yellow, and then we've been putting in the pipe up there. So we'll get more video here in a second, but that's what we have so far. Hi. Tim's been gone all day. Geez, playing. Actually, you went to how many stores? A lot?
6 or 7.
67 stores. 6 or 7. I know. He went to 6 or 7 stores looking for flooring for the bathroom so we can finish, well, 1 or 2 of them and get a toilet in there. Stop it. He's being inappropriate, guys. Stop.
Never inappropriate.
Uh-huh. Anyway. This will be nice. So this is the last little bit, right?
Yeah, once I get the sink in, then all the condensate drains are hooked up, and then we can fire up the AC.
Yay! Tim finished up getting the sink installed that has the condensate drain in it. It's going to be in the utility closet right there. And having that sink in there will be really handy for when there's really muddy, greasy, whatever clothes that I need to soak.
So up in the attic after getting the AC started, and I had put some catch pans that you use underneath washers and dryers to kind of catch any condensation drips, things like that, but also in case there is a leak. So I put these pans under here. Problem is they're not big enough, so you can see my condensate dripping there, and I just fired up this other one. I still need to get some insulation wrap around the pipes and stuff coming into it. That'll keep it from dripping as well. But I think what I'm going to do is just build something here. They need to be very big. Maybe just a 1x along the outside of it, and then either tile or put some sort of waterproof membrane down in there to collect water. And then if there is any, and I've already got my tap there going into the main drain line. So I originally planned on tapping into these, having it come up in the center and then go each way and tap into each one of these pans. But the pans aren't big enough, and I can't find a pan bigger than this. So I have to pull these out and work up something a little bit better for up here. But it's nice and cool in the attic, that's for sure. So on this condensate drain I hooked up the other day, it comes out of the side, make sure you have good angle. And this just feeds into a 1.5 inch line. That cap on top comes off in case I should ever have to clean it at all. And that goes down by the ERV, and then it'll pick up the condensate line for the ERV, and then it goes into the main floor tank that I set up last night, which I'll go show you. So right now, leaving this open is the only way it's getting air. So if I stand here, I can actually feel air coming up, cool air to get pulled into where the units are at. Eventually what I'll do is I'll go around and actually, wherever I want to return air vent, just put a grill in the ceiling, and then it will just suck up through there and then back into wherever the units are. It's super easy to set it up that way. Getting color on the walls. So this is what I did yesterday too. I've got this condensate line. This is the same drain that comes all the way down from the attic. We just ran it down the wall, put in our utility sink, and then I ran it through the side of the utility sink there and went ahead and put caulking around it. So now it just dribbles into there and down the drain and tapped it into the main drain over here. This is the drain that goes over to Natalie's craft kitchen. I got to hook up. And that's it. Worked pretty good.
I just finished watching the second episode of Tim putting together this solar system, and it was so funny because this is terrible, but he hit his head on that beam, and I laughed because I have taken out, he just replaced these lights. I don't know if he will show that in a video, but he had regular lights in here, and I'm 5'8", he's 1 inch taller than I am, and I fit perfectly underneath these beams. He does not. But I have broken the light so many times because I know I can walk straight, so I'm not paying attention, or I'll back into him and I keep breaking lights. So he got these ones installed. I may still hit them, but I'm not going to break them. But I felt so bad because I laughed. It's okay to laugh, right?
So I was working over on the lights, and all of a sudden I heard this dripping noise and came over here and found out the AC unit was leaking everywhere. So what it was coming out of this top drain, and this is a pump. So what happens is that if the pan that's below here gets full of water and gets over to this side, there's an automatic switch that turns this pump on. So what was happening is that, I don't know if you can see that, my drain is tilted up just a little bit, and that caused enough water to come over to this side and turn that pump on. So to resolve it, first of all, I tried to take the pump out and I couldn't get this plate to come off. Not quite sure what's holding in there, but I didn't want to try and force it. So I ended up having to pull the rubber tube out and then attaching it that way, just have something that this piece can hook onto. But just followed the wires inside where the pump comes out at, comes into this mesh tangle, and then I just unhooked the pump there. So now the pump won't run. If I follow these lines back, it goes to this one. Where is that? It goes to this hookup right here. It actually says pump right next to it. So usually on these systems, let's see if you can see it here. You can see it says pump right there. It's good that it happened down here because it just dribbled in onto the concrete and wasn't a big deal. But to make sure that doesn't happen upstairs, I'm going to go upstairs and unplug all the pumps in the other units, so that won't ever happen, because that would be very bad. So on the air conditioner side of things, we've been kind of playing with it the last couple of days. And you just said you're cold.
I'm cold. Yeah.
I turned it down to 76.
Why is it 76?
Well, because I wanted to knock it down while it's early in the day.
Okay.
But
so then we'll slowly start sweating more as the day goes on.
Yeah. It's not bad.
I'm sure, like, people are like, go put your shirt on. I was downstairs working. It is warmer downstairs, which is surprising.
Well, with the garage doors, there's no door, so it's probably sucking in air.
So I was taking the stuff off the stairs.
Anyways, we've had the air conditioner running for the last 5 days now, and I've been testing it out, starting it at 82 degrees and then working my way down. And the weird thing about these mini splits is it seems like everything just runs whether it's cooling or not. So yesterday I thought that our air conditioner was actually broken. Because I came up here and everything was running, the outside unit was running, the inside units were running, and it wasn't cooling at all. And I went ahead and cranked down from 82 down to 78, I think, and all of a sudden it started cooling again. So still trying to get used to how these mini splits work, but I think there's a jumper inside that I can adjust to where the fan doesn't turn on all the time. Because right now the unit's on, the fan's running, and that's just wasting energy. Pretty much the way it works is I need to get better thermostats. The MrCool thermostats are really kind of crappy. I need to get a programmable thermostat so that it will automatically shut off, or the temperature will adjust around 7 o'clock. About 7 o'clock is when our solar array quits receiving enough power. And then by really 7:15, 7:30 is not receiving any power because the sun's on the other side of the roof at that point. But I mean, it's working fine. It's cool and great. I mean, it feels great up here right now. I think I've got it set to 78, and I'll probably bump it up. Actually, I can let it run all day like this. You know, as long as the sun's out, it's not going to hurt anything at all. But if I turn it off when we go to bed, which when I get the programmable thermostats, it'll just automatically shut off probably 10, 11 o'clock. Go up to maybe 80 or 82 degrees. We get up in the morning and we're usually around 75 state of charge. And then by 10, 11 o'clock the next day, we're back up to 100%. So AC is just working just fine. And again, we've got we got a multi-unit MrCool system with 4 mini splits, 2 1-ton units, 2 3/4-ton units. We have an extra 5th mini split we can hook up later if we ever do the living room edition. And that would be probably another 1-ton unit. So, working good. Right back to painting.